ways to lose weight without tracking calories or macros. I don't know about you. Over the years, I've learned that there are some benefits of tracking, of course, but there are also some ways where I think you get to a point and you realize, I don't know if I can, one, sustain it, and two, just there's this psychology behind wanting to stick to something and then finding yourself so restrictive. And so here are some tips that will hopefully make you want to commit to something that's not necessarily as rigid as sticking to calories, sticking to macros, and like really measuring everything out. And so I hope these are helpful. Let's go ahead and start with number one, which is to prioritize fiber, protein, and just overall vegetables. I know it's so easy to think that you have to eliminate certain food groups. I think when we think of diets, we think like we have to eliminate, but what I think and I fully believe is, instead of thinking of negativity and elimination, let's think about ways to add things. And I think incorporating more protein, fiber, just fruits and vegetables into your diet will essentially make you feel more satiated and will make you happier versus eliminating donuts, cakes, sweets, treats. And so that's my first tip, is to prioritize protein, fiber, vegetables. Another thing to really think about, again, not force yourself into eating healthy foods. Now, like, it's okay that I don't like this and I can make a replacement, or I can find something that I do enjoy. And again, we're adding things that we enjoy, not adding things that we dislike and hate in all reality. And for me, I think one of the examples is sometimes I not force myself, but I do try to trick myself to liking certain things. For instance, for me, it's cottage cheese. I'll just leave it at that. Another thing that I have learned over the years that is to allow myself to the cravings that I have. I think the more that we are in tune with our hunger signals, our cravings, the easier it is to incorporate that in our eating regimen. And definitely not, again, I feel like all of these points are like, don't restrict, because I do feel like if you do restrict, the likelihood of you going back and indulging will lead into overindulging, and then you will be at a disadvantage. It's, instead of saying like, oh, I'm not gonna have any treats, and by the time that you do have treats, you eat the entire sleeve of Oreos, which is not healthy, or like the whole bag, because they're so good and you've been depriving yourself for so long. Allowing yourself to have cravings, allowing yourself to enjoy them is going to be so much more easier. And of course, you can add an element of, I'm going to have a donut for, just as an example, I'm going to have a donut for dinner, after dinner, and I'm going to try to incorporate fruit or some Greek yogurt or something that's more going on the first point, which is like incorporating more fiber, more nutritional dense foods like proteins, fiber, vegetables, will is going to make it a lot more satiated than just having the donut. I also do think though that you can just simply enjoy the donut guilt free and then just like not think about enjoying or adding anything else. So just allow yourself to have those cravings. Don't deprive, don't restrict, essentially, is what I'm saying. The fourth thing is ensuring that you're treating the weekends like you're treating the weekdays. Now, I don't know about you, but my weekdays are a lot more structured, rigid. No, I have planned. I know what I'm having for breakfast. I know what I'm having for lunch. And it's easier for me to stick to an eating regimen. But on the weekends, it's like a lot harder, right? Because you're like sleeping. It's just such a different schedule. Essentially, that you're not going to waste the hard work that you did during the weekdays. Ensuring that you are being consistent on the weekends is key. And I think as long as you know to prioritize certain food groups, you are going to be a lot more satiated and you're going to be a lot more happy that by Monday, you're going to be like, I didn't lose all my progress and I have to restart. Which leads into my next one, which is focus on the consistency of it and not the perfection. Like I said, I feel like I'm reiterating the same thing, but instead of focusing on being perfect during the weekday, you give into those cravings, you give into some joy of eating the things that you want during the weekdays so that by the weekends you are not going overboard. Next tip is just, I feel like everybody says this, but staying hydrated is key. Of course, I'll just leave it at that. Drink plenty of water. And the last point is to move your body. I've made a video already about ways that you can exercise or just move your body at home without it being like a structured workout. And so, just essentially, again, with the food, it's a similar type of thing for exercising, just being consistent, enjoying what you're doing for movement, enjoying what you're doing for your body, whether it be going to the gym, whether it be staying at home and exercising at home, right? The key thing is to move your body, get some steps in, get some movement in, and just base off of what you're already doing and just add a little bit more to that. Our phones do a really good job of tracking our steps. Or if you do have an Apple Watch or like some sort of fitness tracker, they also do a really good job of letting you know how much you move, ensuring that you're looking at that data and seeing, okay, well, if I moved, I don't know, if I only got 2,000 steps in today, I'm just going to aim to hit 3,000 steps next week and just like slowly but gradually increase, ensuring that you're just move. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.